slipped through the DNA scanner and entered some kind of computer control center. I walked up to what looked like a central terminal and typed in the word stalemate. Suddenly, a command popped up telling me to insert a pass card.
You'd gotten into the system.
I got out the 8 STG pass cards and inserted one into the console. At that point, it asked me for a password, which I had to type in.
Stalemate sequence initiated. To deactivate Overlord, insert pass cards now.
All right. So let's enter that one, and it is... Oh. No. There we go. Queen. Draw. By the way, I clearly do not necessarily remember these off the top of my head, but that is why I took the photo with my cell phone. Gambit. Bishop. Resign. Checkmate. And knight. Gideon shouldn't just leave his passwords just sitting around.
Exit this program immediately, Mr. Murphy.
Sorry, Mr. Gideon, I can't do that.
You don't understand what you're doing. I am not the enemy.
I know, but Overlord is.
Then you do not understand its purpose.
I think I do. Do you know how close Law and Order came to overtaking your system?
A calculated risk, my friend. It is the only solution.
Well, a lot of innocent people have been killed. I'm just trying to make sure there are no more victims.
It is better that some die, rather than allow the entire planet to degenerate into total chaos.
No one's got the right to play God.
I agree. It's unconscionable. But the fact is, it's done every day, and moreover by people who aspire to nothing more than avarice and domination. What do you imagine stopping me will accomplish?
But what do you think you'll accomplish?
Overlord is the hope, Mr. Murphy. Oh, with it, I can influence events in the global political arena for good.
Good for you, maybe.
Good for all those who respect mercy and justice.
You've created just a little bit of a monster here, Mr. Gideon. It wouldn't be the first time you lost control of your creation. Law and Order Party was going to use it for its own purposes. Other groups are going to try, and eventually one of them's going to succeed. This little nightmare of yours has got to be destroyed.
Oh, I pity your blindness, and regret that you cannot be reasoned with. Let the match begin.
I'm black, right?
Oh, I'm afraid not. But, you have the first move.
Well, that's good.
Found myself looking out over a huge virtual chessboard covered with chessmen. Gideon had said that I was white, which of course had fewer pieces. Some type of 3D interface popped up with a menu of 8 possible moves on it. As far as I could tell, Call had programmed it so I'd have to choose the correct sequence of moves in order to checkmate the Black King and deactivate Overlord.
All right. I need 6 of these moves, I think. Ugh. And then I think it probably eventually finishes with queen takes d7. Where's the queen now? d7 is there. Huh. Now, I believe there's a specific route I'm supposed to take, but I don't know that route. So let's try these out. Pawn, why not? Queen, bishop f5. Checkmate. Should I have saved my game?
Game, set, and match, Mr. Murphy.
All right. Can I? I cannot save my game. Now, one thing I can try is I can try the order of the moves that were listed on the sheet of paper, which started with the rook. Nope, that's not the way to go. Because that really dramatically... Oh, hold on. Like, I don't think I'm even looking at the moves right now. Checkmate. Okay. That went 3 moves.
Perhaps.
Restart the chess match. Let's try rook. That extended it. And then that one. Checkmate again. I mean, I suppose eventually I could probably brute force my way through this. Okay.
You really...
Huh. No, I don't think that's the opening move.
This match...
Do I want to look for the opening move that leaves the most other options open? Because like a lot of these opening moves, they cancel out a lot of options.
Game.
So pawn first. But yeah, then he moves the queen. Then he checkmates. Maybe I need to move the king first. Okay, that seems like the way to go because that leaves the most options open. Then maybe the bishop?
Check.
Wait a second, I'm being possibly... Why can't I just move one of these pawns there? That like if I was playing this game of chess, I would do that. But I don't have the ability to take the queen right now, despite the fact that I should. No, I don't think moving the king is going to work because he keeps being able to move the queen just right down there. Rook to d1. d1 is there. Still be able to move the queen for the knight, knight, and then take the pawn. Bishop to f5. Where is f5? It's there. Perhaps that lures him to take the bishop instead of the pawn? No, it does not. Bishop to d7 will check. What can I do to king to f1? Rook to d1 will check. Rook to e7, bishop to e7, rook to e7. No, none of these I think are going to work. Because whatever I choose, he's just going to move the queen. And checkmate.
This match.
Unless... No. Because this pawn is protected by the bishop. This pawn is protected by the rook. So... What was the choice? Bishop to f5? And then... Is there a way I can get in the way of this bishop? Like, c5, d4... No? Like rook to e7, no. Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let's just pick a wrong move.
Game.
So let's do rook to d1. No, where did I see that? Rook to e7. Okay, that checks that. But it also blocks... Okay, never mind. What I need to do is... Now I know what I need to do. Let's move the king. Yeah, we're just going to lose this one.
Perhaps this
So we need to... What did we need to do? We need to move the bishop to f5. Then we need to move the bishop to d7. Then we need to move the rook to e7. Never mind. I thought I was more prepared for this. Rook to d1. Huh. Is there a way that I can do this a little bit differently? And not lose. Because it takes him 2 moves to move his queen. Okay, here we go. Let us move the rook to e7. And now the rook is protected. Now let's move the rook to d1. No, unfortunately there's that pawn in the way. Damn it. Jam it, Trebek. And I need 2 moves in order to move that over. Bishop to f5? Where the... yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, this is not a way to go. Wait a second. Let us move the bishop first to f5. Then bishop to d7. Then rook to d1. Oh no, that's the screw up I did the last time. Huh. Bishop to, let's see, where does that put you? Over there, that puts you over there. All right.
This
So moving the king seems useless. Because the queen can checkmate from either angle. Let's say if I move the rook to d1 first, then I move the rook to e7. What happened differently? Was that knight available? Guess so. Queen to dx. That has now opened up. I might as well try it. To d7. Bishop to f5. Bishop to d7. Pawn to e7.
Overlord. System
Checkmate!
deactivated.
Fantastic.
Checkmate, Mr. Gideon.
Your case is finished. I've been saving this to celebrate my success. I suppose I should drink to yours. To the future. Mr. Murphy? I shan't be needing it anymore.
Find a penny, pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. See you, Buck. Harley.
So, Mr. Tex Murphy, private investigator, are you ready to take the dive?
Depends. What's in it for me?
Well, let me give you a little taste.
Keep talking.
Well, how about a romantic night in the Caribbean or sun-filled days on the beaches of Rio? How about skiing in the Alps?
I don't ski.
I'll teach you how to ski, among other things.
I'm kind of a white picket fence, kids, dog kind of guy.
We'll talk about that later. Right now, we have the whole world to explore.
You know, Sylvia, I've been thinking. $1 million isn't what it used to be. I think we need to get an investment counselor.
Well, $850,000.
I've already spent $150,000?
But that reminds me, I got a little something for you. Hold on.
You didn't have to do this.
This is in celebration of solving your first case.
Well, when you put it that way.
Wow. It's a hat.
All great detectives wear hats. I thought you should have a fedora.
Hope you didn't pay too much for it.
I paid way too much for it.
$150,000. For that hat alone.
What's this?
Ooh.
This was supposed to have been owned by Humphrey Bogart. I know how much you like him.
Here, help me try it on.
Seems to be a decent fellow, that Humphrey.
Maybe we can put it in a frame or something. I don't know what to say.
Say thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Would you like one?
Sure, doll.
And thus,
Why not?
Tex's vices begin to multiply from there.
Gideon was probably right.
No, he wasn't. You were.
Thank you,
this
Chelsea.
is not a perfect world, and no one expects it to be. But the most important thing is our freedom. The freedom to make choices for ourselves. And yes, every now and again, maybe the freedom to make an occasional mistake. You are much too critical of yourself.
It's just that I guess I'm not used to hanging my heart out on my sleeve. I feel like I'm bleeding all over you.
Hey, whose idea was it? It was mine, wasn't to have this talk. And you know what? I appreciate how honest and forthright you've been.
Hell, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here with the world's most wonderful woman, and I haven't been able to make a commitment to you. No, I saved my commitment for women like Sylvia, who caused me nothing but grief. Sonny and Gideon, they were right, because I didn't know anything about life. And I was just getting set up for a big fall, I can tell you that right now. Didn't even take very long with Sylvia. I mean, Sylvia was the only woman that I ever trusted enough with my heart. And not only did she not want it, she punched a hole in it with her high heel as she walked out the door.
I am so sorry that you've had to go through all this. I know how hard this has been for you to open up and to talk to me. You okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling very vulnerable and I feel stark naked. But, for some strange reason, I actually feel better. Go figure.
Good. Because I know how hard it is for you manly men to open up to us women. But sometimes it helps to share the pain. And who knows, maybe it'll get rid of all those nightmares you were telling me about.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You're a wonderful woman, did you know that?
I know. Right now, we're just very good friends who happen to be attracted to each other.
Extremely attracted to each other.
Oh, okay. Well, do you remember what you said a few minutes ago about being very attractive?
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
I have something better for you to do with your mouth.
Ooh la la, Chelsea.
Oh, no!
What? It's me. It's me. It's my breath.
No, it has nothing to do with
I
you.
shouldn't have had the garlic sauce.
Look, our speeder, it has been stolen. Somebody has stolen our car.
Oh.
Cannot believe this. Man, I knew it. It was just too good to be true. The best moment of my life, followed by the world's worst. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here, I'm sitting on a great... God, that's hot!
It's Tex, look, it's gonna be okay. Look, why don't we take a cab home, we'll call the police from home, and then tomorrow we'll call the insurance company. You don't have insurance? Oh,
Well, I
no.
did have insurance, but the fact of the matter was I was never using it, so I kind of let the policy expire.
Okay, so maybe the police can help you track it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure the police are gonna drop everything for Murphy's missing speeder.
I mean, technically it's their job
You guys saving that
to
spot or what?
take care of
Hell no, if you
crimes.
want it, take it.
You okay?
You know, actually, our speeder was just stolen.
Bummer.
Yeah, it is.
Tell you what, would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu or something.
Oh, come on. I think you're just upset over losing the speeder. Look, don't be stubborn right now. You know what? We would really appreciate it, would you?
Hop in.
Thank you very much.
Glad to help.
Oh, look, his hat is even uglier than yours.
What's wrong with my hat?
It's a shame to lose such a good parking spot.
Yeah, well, thanks for reminding me.
Sorry about that. Pity about the speeder.
We'll be okay. Hey, thank you very much again for the ride.
Pleasure. Glad to help.
Don't miss the most exotic and exquisite exhibit of the decade. The Fabergé World Tour 44. All manner of production. Don't miss.
So you folks from around here?
Oh, my name's Chelsea.
Name's Dalton.
Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks again for this morning.
Thanks for sitting up front.
This is not a good idea.
What do you want me to do about
Now
it?
that we're 50 feet off the ground, I don't know.
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, huh?
The end of Tex Murphy Overseer, and what was the end of the Tex Murphy storyline for so many years, supplemented by the radio theater, which was excellently done. I'm gonna put a link to the Tex Murphy radio theater because that is not a video game, and I will not be playing it on this channel. And then eventually, there's the Tesla effect, but for now, let's talk about Overseer. That was Overseer. I'm amazed that I've been actually able to play the game again in its entirety. Mostly bug-free. There are some animation bugs that showed up, and then it just kind of like fell apart towards the end in Alcatraz. But I feel as though... Okay, let's get something to start off. I feel as though I've always been overly critical of Overseer. I've always kind of said that my favorite was the Pandora Directive, and I've always been a little bit more critical of Overseer. And there are certain things that I don't think Overseer necessarily does well. But playing this game again, I feel like I've been given like a second chance, or should I say I have given myself this second chance to appreciate it a little bit more. And I do appreciate it a little bit more. The storyline is actually pretty good. The acting is good. The cinematography. Back then I used to be more critical of Clint Howard's performance in this game, and he does kind of feel a little bit out of place, largely because of how serious everybody else is in the game. And he almost feels a little bit more cartoonish in comparison. But overall, yeah, the performances are great. I would say, if anything, like, more the problems that I still have with it would be the puzzles. Like, certain puzzles, are definitely out of my wheelhouse. Like, recently I played through Call of the Sea, and I feel as though, like, with Call of the Sea, every puzzle is basically explore the environment for clues, use those clues to solve the puzzle. Whereas, in this game, a lot of the puzzles are very localized to the puzzle itself. Kind of like, consider the Seventh Guest. In the Seventh Guest, the first puzzle in the game has you joining like a dining room, and there's a cake set at the center of the dining room, and you need to cut the cake into equal slices with the same amount of decorations per slice, which has almost nothing to do with anything around it. It's except for maybe theming. Compare this to, say, the clock puzzle of Overseer, where you had to look at the different world clocks in order to kind of adjust the world clocks so that you have this certain times per time zone. And that is a little bit different because you're exploring that room, you see the different clues that the game provides, and you use those clues to craft a solution, as opposed to, say, the circuit puzzle, where you have to be like, oh, hold on. Twice the mystery, twice the adventure. Double your excitement with this double feature package offer from Access Software Inc. Tex Murphy and Under a Killing Moon for $19. Tex Murphy and the Pandora Directive for $19. Phone toll free 800-800-4880. I highly doubt that number's still active. Is that deal still going on? Can I send $29 and get 10 CDs in all? And actually, that is the other thing. That is the other issue I had with this game when I was a kid. That is solved in this version. Is the fact that you swap CDs so often. And when you consider how many times I constantly like moved around trying to find like who I was supposed to talk to and when, the fact that like I believe you had a CD for the phone, you had a different CD for different groups of people, and it gets a little bit tiresome having to constantly being swap CDs. The Pandora Directive had 6 CDs, but the data management was a lot better. Now, I could have played Overseer on the DVD version, but at the time I did not own a computer with a DVD drive. So, I was stuck having to swap the CDs the entire time. So now playing the good old games version, I'm able to just seamlessly play through the game. And that created a better experience overall. Combine that with my greater appreciation for the story, for the cinematic aspects of the game, as well as the exploration works a little bit. Now that I realize you can just rebind your keys, I have no idea what I might have been doing as a kid. But yeah, there's still a few problems with regards to like puzzles, optimization. Controls are not quite at the level they could be. Like Tesla Effect actually gives you free look, like first-person game controls, and it's like, okay, everything's going to be golden from there on in. But I like with I feel with some of the puzzles in this game, I still kind of like, it's just me banging my head against the wall, hoping for the best. Especially the Anasazi gear puzzle is just like, I don't know, my head just could not wrap around it. But Tex Murphy Overseer is done. I'm happy to say that I did enjoy the experience, more so than I was expecting. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.